Thanks to Sizzle.gg for sponsoring today's video. It's a website where you can download free, automatic, action-packed highlights of your Twitch and YouTube streams with no software required. You guys don't have to download anything. It saves you money and time by automatically picking the best parts of your streams, turning them into clips and compilations for games like Apex Legends, Fortnite, Call of Duty, and many other games that are already on there and other ones that they're adding on a regular basis. The site also allows you to get your highlights and compilation in individual clip form. Not only that, you can also directly upload your best moments to Twitter and TikTok straight from Sizzle.gg with just a few clicks. With the new filtering options, it's so much easier to find your favorite clips using unique filters for each game. You can use filters like kills, headshots, knockdowns, sniper kills, victories, and much more, so that you can actually go through, find exactly what you need, and get in, get out, get what you need, and not have to go through the entire VOD trying to figure out what you need. This thing saves me a ton of time. I don't have to download a program or record anything. It just does it all for me. I brought them on the channel because I thought they'd be really helpful for you guys. So if you're interested, click the link down in the description below. And thanks to Sizzle for sponsoring today's video. A lot of times when a new season comes out, or rather just the news in general, most people can kind of predict what's going to be on videos. You hear stuff, you see stuff, you experience stuff, so you assume that people are going to be talking about it. Well, there's some things that many people are not talking about, or at least weren't talking about until just here recently, and it's been flying under the radar for quite some time. We've all been talking about the DDoSing of servers and the lag issues and all of that. Well, there's a bigger issue that's going on that many people weren't talking about it because there was no announced change whatsoever, but a lot of people are experiencing a change in your public matches. And if you've noticed that there have been more sweats in your public matches lately, well, you're not alone. We're going to talk about it today. So a couple days ago, I made a video, and at the beginning of it, I said basically I'm sorry for the bad gameplay because it's been really hard to get good gameplay because I was just trying out console, and I've been playing on console for the past couple of days, maybe even week at this point, and I just really had a hard time getting some solid games in. Well, I just thought maybe console players for whatever reason like to hot drop more than PC players, and maybe I just had a bad day. Then amongst YouTube streaming and comments in the videos, I noticed a few people were saying it's been really sweaty this season for whatever reason, and then I noticed a really big rant on Facebook. They got a lot of likes. I'm a part of this like Apex Facebook community group. I don't even know how I got a part of this. It just shows up on my timeline sometimes, which is weird because it's on my personal account. Anyhow, someone said this that got a ton of likes. They said everybody has been talking about ranked, the ranked issues, and here's the problem I have with ranked. But let's talk about pubs for a second, because for whatever reason people decide not to talk about it. We talk about the obvious, the things that were in the patch notes, like the rank changes, but nobody's really talking about pubs. It just became a hot drop and rage quit when we're down season or something. Why hot drop if you can't fight? Why just waste other people's times and ruin their other people's KD just because you're a dumpster juice, whatever that means? Never heard of that one before. Wouldn't it make sense just to drop casually, loot up, then fight? Don't get me wrong, I love to hot drop in pubs if you're able to handle your fights, but don't be a parasite. Get good or go back to Fortnite or Warzone where you belong. Now, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen on PC, but I'm saying that when I was playing on console, I noticed it the most, where people were hot dropping Capital City over and over and over. Even my teammates, which always got Jumpmaster for whatever reason, wanted to land on the red 5-stacked 5-story building, whatever you want to call it, and there was 8 teams on me. We instantly died. I went next, same teammate, the next teammate wanted to land there too, the following teammate, he wanted to land there too. We kept dying, never got a good game, and I'm just like, what is going on? Why are people doing this? And why is it that I'm getting Preds and Masters in every single lobby, and I'm literally level 12 on console? I just made this account, so I thought surely I'm not good enough on console for them to start putting me in these lobbies already. So I decided to do the only thing I knew best, was to run a poll on YouTube. Now, it's one thing if you have a poll that's really close, 50-50, and I was like, well, you know, maybe it doesn't really mean much, but I had a landslide victory go in the favor of people saying that their public matches feel, 83% of people said this anyways, feel sweatier this season. I even saw many people in the comments saying that they feel like ranked is easier than public matches at this point, so they just play ranked whenever they get bored rather than playing pubs. So the question I had asked is, do you feel like your public matches are sweatier? Vote and then tell me your skill level. So I was trying to see whether or not there was like a common denominator of the people that were experiencing it. It seems like it was not really a common denominator at all. Most people in general seem to be experiencing it. There's only one thing that's really weird about this, is there was no updated skill-based matchmaking anything in the patch notes. So surely nothing actually changed, unless they made a change without telling us, which could be possible considering it doesn't seem like a change that would make it to the patch notes. Seems like one of those settings that they would tweak to see the effect it has and then maybe tweak it back later. I do remember a couple seasons ago when the SBMM was all people were talking about, and then randomly like 3 months later it felt like games got progressively easier. People started to wonder if Respawn heard us and then made a change but didn't say anything. So I'm not entirely sure, but a lot of people agree that this season feels much sweatier than last season. It definitely definitely be great to track this information even further. So I'm interested to know if you guys also feel the same, that it feels more sweaty this season. Also, let me know what kind of accolades you have, your rank, your level, or what kind of badges you have, so I can kind of determine what type of player you are. And the biggest thing is, let me know if you're on console or PC, because for whatever reason, it seems like console specifically is having the issue more than PC, which is weird because it's not the only thing that PC players seem to not be experiencing that the console players are experiencing, and that is a big influx of no regs that they're getting on their servers. Now, before you freak out, I play just as equal amount of PC as I do Xbox, and as a PC player as well, yes, I get a bunch of no regs, but nothing like I've been getting on console this week. Now, I'm new to console, so I've been getting a lot of really weird no regs. Considering I can't hit my shots already that well, I definitely don't need this to happen. However, I've never had anything like this that you're about to see on video, and what many of you viewers have submitted to me showing me this, it's mostly console players that I'm seeing having the issue. Why mostly console players and not PC? I have literally no idea, but take a look at this and tell me if you've experienced anything this bad, probably honestly in the history of Apex.
Are you kidding? I only have 87 damage? Bro,
On top of this, we even have our audio issues for the next gen consoles. I know the game chat is still messed up for Xbox. People from the PS5 have been telling me that they're having audio issues since a bunch of updates. I don't know what's going on, but definitely something needs to be fixed. On top of that, you got all the DDoSing issues going on with the Xbox players. And then on top of that, you know, if you're a console player, you're getting blamed for being a DDoSer when you might not be, just because a PC player probably hates you for doing it. Non even said this on Twitter. I feel so bad for some of the Xbox players. On God, the Apex servers are so bad, and they can just get instantly blamed for crashing just because they're an Xbox player. And even like PvP said the other day, it's starting to infiltrate into other platforms. PC's now experiencing it as well. I was playing with viewers yesterday and had one of my lobbies crashed. As soon as we squad wiped these guys, immediately my server just completely froze up and the game crashed. And I can't imagine having to deal with this constantly day in and day out, especially on ranked, whenever you're getting like a really good game going and then they just crash the lobbies. The ongoing debate is whether or not Respawn pushes out fixes and updates for these things fast enough and accordingly, because yes, it has been quite a while since this issue has come up, and many people are getting frustrated because we've gone through a good chunk of the first split of season 13 with an issue that's pretty game breaking and kind of, you know, hindering the console players from grinding out ranked like they should be able to. Now, we do know that they had somewhat of a fix that they did push out pretty quickly. It just simply didn't work, and we're still in the same boat. So do you even count that as being on time? I think that's pretty subjective. It's weird because some of you have even been telling me that you're on console and have not experienced this issue yet. So consider yourself lucky, especially considering that I've also experienced it on PC, not even the platform that it's originating from, but I'm on PC and I've experienced it. But let me know what your thoughts are on the situation down in the comment section below. Make sure to check out our sponsor for today's video, sizzle.gg. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. It's Viber Only Positivity, and until the next time, I will see you all later, Gators.